Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and Happy New Year. I hope you all had a really great New Year and Christmas. So we're kicking off 2018 with this video today. We're going to be talking about cruelty-free drugstore makeup. This is a great way if you are a beginner in makeup or if you want to switch over to cruelty-free products. I wanted to put together a makeup starter kit that was easily accessible, budget friendly, and also cruelty free. So let's go ahead and jump right in. We have a lot to cover today. I will also list all the products down below in the description box along with the prices. Now do keep in mind prices are going to vary depending on where you live. I live in Michigan, so prices here might differ if you live somewhere else, so do bear that in mind. But definitely check out the description box for a list of all the products that I'll be mentioning today. I'm wearing my Stranger Things shirt today. We are ready to go. I am so pumped for the new year. Let's get into this video. Let's do this. All right, let's talk about primers. Now, if you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you know I'm not the biggest fan of face primers, but I have been using these two for quite some time now, especially this one, and I would definitely recommend these two. They're fantastic. The first one here is from Wet n Wild, and this is the Coverall primer. This is great if you want something just really basic. It's a little bit hydrating. It's almost like a lotion and a primer mixed together, and it's just a really great primer. You know, it's nothing crazy. It's not going to blur your pores, but it's just a really great basic primer. It absorbs into the skin really nicely. It's not greasy. It doesn't feel like weird on the skin. It's just a really great primer. One of my favorites. And then my second pick definitely has to go to Milani. This is the only one I like from their line. I have tried a couple other ones, but this one is amazing. It's the Prime Corrector Face Primer. It diffuses discoloration, plus this also minimizes your pores, and it actually does take away your pores. It's magical. So I have two samples that I'm trying to use up right now. I don't have the full size, but once I finish this up, I will get a full size because I love it that much. It comes out in sort of a dark orange color, but don't let that scare you because once you blend it onto the skin, it's completely clear and translucent, so it's not gonna like alter your foundation, so don't worry. I love to apply this sort of like in the T-zone type area, just like smooth out my skin, fill in any pores or fine lines, and it is amazing. Out of all the primers I've tried over the years, it's the only one that has actually blurred my pores. Highly recommend it. And then lastly, I wanted to mention a really good drugstore eyeshadow primer. This one is from Wet n Wild. It is the Photo Focus eyeshadow primer. This is really great stuff. I actually did use it today, and it's so creamy. It does have a little bit of a pinky tone to it. It's really thick and kind of hydrating, but once you pat this onto the eyelid, you let it dry completely. And I do also like to set this with a powder, so I like to take like my face powder and just set it into place so that when you go in with your eyeshadows, it's not going to stick or drag or skip and look kind of patchy. So I would definitely recommend setting your eyeshadow primer no matter what product you're using. Gets the job done and it's affordable. Alright guys, moving on to foundation. These two here were definitely my top picks, and I really had to keep in mind of color selection and variety and different shades to choose from, and both of these have around 20 shades each, which is really awesome and hard to find. I feel like foundation is a really tricky one when it comes to cruelty-free and affordable. The first one here is the Milani Conceal Plus Perfecting Foundation. I did a first impression on this not too long ago, and ever since I tried this, I can't stop using it. It's what I'm wearing today on my skin. It's so natural looking, but yet you can build it up. It has great coverage. It's a concealer and foundation all in one, so if you're in a pinch, you can actually use this as a concealer and spot correcting if you need to. It comes with a really nice pump, really easy to dispense out. It's really creamy. It's not heavy on the skin. It's not cakey. This has a very natural finish, and there's just a very itsy bitsy tiny little glow to the skin. It's not super dewy and it's not really matte. It's sort of like in the middle, which I think is a great combination. So I love this foundation. It's my new favorite, and I had to mention it because it is just amazing. And then my next pick is the Photo Focus Foundation from Wet n Wild. This is somewhat new to their line, and this comes in a great range of colors. I believe there's like over 20 shades to choose from. I'm in the shade Porcelain. This matches me perfectly. It's actually a little bit too light for me. This is definitely more of a matte finish. It's buildable. You can build this up to about medium to full coverage. Now this is pretty matte, so if you have dry skin, I would say be careful. Make sure you use a primer underneath. Out of the two foundations, this is the cheapest. This is only $5, which is crazy, and you get 1 fluid ounce. So I would definitely recommend this if you like a really nice matte foundation. Moving on to powders. Now this is another area that I really struggle in, and I definitely want to try more powders this year from the drugstore because there's only a few that I stick to, and I just don't really stray away because they're so good. Number 1 on my list, the Coverall Pressed Powder. I love this powder. This has great coverage. It comes in not the largest shade range with this one, but I feel like you can find something that works for you. It's so pigmented, it's really soft. This is gonna actually give you some extra coverage. I am wearing it today and I love it. You guys know I've talked a lot about this powder over the years. I remember back in the day when I used to use the L'Oreal True Match powder. This is very comparable. I think it's a great option if you miss using those powders like from say CoverGirl, Revlon. This is a really great option and cruelty free, and this is so affordable. I think it's like $2.99. I have gone through so many of these, I can't even keep count. My second pick is also for Wet n Wild. I can't help it. You're gonna see a lot of repeats. You're gonna see a lot of e.l.f., a lot Wet n Wild in this video, but this is the pressed powder from the Photo Focus collection. I'm in the shade Warm Light. It's just a really nice powder. Now this is not gonna give you as much coverage as the Coverall, but it's so silky soft. It makes your skin look flawless. It really, really does. I feel like this almost has a blurring effect on the skin, so it kind of smooths over your pores, smooths over your foundation, sets your makeup into place, and it leaves your skin feeling so silky soft. This powder, I don't think gets enough love. The shade selection is a little bit limited. I really hope Wet n Wild steps it up this year and adds more shades to the range, but I really love the formula on this. It's so nice. It feels like a high-end powder, and it definitely deserves to be in this video. All right, moving on to concealers. This is a no-brainer for me, but the LA Girl Pro Concealer is number 1, hands down, one of the best concealers I've ever tried. They have over 20 shades, you guys, over 20 shades to choose from. I think this runs like $3 to $5. You can actually find LA Girl Cosmetics at CVS stores. I really love their correctors, are amazing. I really love the green one. I use that one all the time, and they have really great shade range, like over 20 different colors to choose from, so it's gonna work for any skin tone. But these are just so great. They're creamy, that you can build it up and get full coverage. I'm actually wearing it today. I just love these concealers. It does have a brush applicator, so you can just brush this onto the skin and then use a sponge or your finger or brush, however you like to apply. This is definitely number 1. And if you have a really hard time finding LA Girl Cosmetics, I would definitely recommend the NYX HD Concealer. I have the shade Porcelain, and this is just a typical concealer with a doe foot applicator. This also comes in over 20 different shades. They also have some color corrector shades as well. I really like this concealer because it's light on the skin, but yet it gives you full coverage. Great for underneath the eyes, great for spot concealing as well. It's just so good. It's a really, really good concealer. So moving on to the brows. Now I know brow products can sort of be very iffy from person to person. Everyone likes their own particular product to use. Some people like brow pomade, some people like powder products, some people like a brow pencil, or even just like a brow filler that is like fiberized. So I wanted to pick these 3 because I feel like these are good for beginners, and they're also just really good products in general. So first up, for brow pencil, I definitely recommend the e.l.f. Instant Lift brow pencil. I'm in the shade Neutral Brown, and I'm actually wearing this in my brows today. And you guys know I've mentioned in the past when I did my declutter, I wasn't too thrilled with this pencil because you can't really sharpen it, but I started using it again, and it just gives a nice, soft, natural look to your brows. Like, you really can't mess it up. It's a really great beginner eyebrow pencil if you're completely new with makeup. I think this is really awesome. It has a retractable pencil on one end, and it is a little bit on the larger side, but the formula is really creamy. It's really long lasting. I really love that there's a spoolie on the other end so you can blend through the product once you apply it. And then for brow mascaras, you guys know I had to mention these because they're so good. So for a clear brow mascara, I definitely have to recommend the Milani Clear Shaping Brow Gel. I love the brush on here. It's very small, and the formula is so nice. It doesn't feel like your eyebrows are really hard and crunchy feeling throughout the day. I hate that. And I also appreciate that Milani has a black packaging here, so you don't have to see how nasty your brow gel gets over time, because let me tell you what, it does. It gets really nasty in there. So I like not being able to see that. I also wanted to mention this product here from Essence. It's the Make Me Brow Eyebrow Gel Mascara. You guys know I've mentioned this before. It's so good. It also comes with a very tiny wand, and there's little itty bitty fibers. So when you apply this into your brows, it actually fills them in, it adds volume, it tints them as well with a little bit of color. It's just an awesome product. I think this is a really great dupe for the Benefit Give Me Brow that everyone always raves about. But this one is so affordable and also cruelty free. Alright, so moving on to the eyes. Let's start with eyeshadow first. This was really hard. I was looking through all of my drugstore eyeshadow palettes, and I tried my best to narrow it down. I am going to recommend a few options. So first up, I think #1 favorite is the e.l.f. Mad for Matte palette. This is the first one they came out with. They all have names now, so I'll put the exact name down below, but this is the first one they came out with. This is a really great neutral palette. All the shades in here are matte. You get 10 in total, and they're pigmented, they're easy to blend and easy to work with. This is actually what I'm wearing on my eyes today. I just threw some mattes in my crease and outer V, and I just love this palette. It's so nice. Any of the e.l.f. palettes, the 10-pan palettes, are really great quality, and they're not too intimidating either. So if you want an eyeshadow palette with a little bit more pizzazz, you know, a little bit more variety with some shimmers, some deeper shades as well, I definitely recommend Wet n Wild. Any of the Wet n Wild eyeshadows are so good. They're creamy, they're pigmented, they blend like a dream. A lot of them are dupes for higher end eyeshadow palettes. I definitely recommend the Au Naturel palettes from Wet n Wild. This one here is called Nude Awakening. Really great on-trend colors with this one. You've got those nice, beautiful, like rosy tones. They're just so pretty, really nice, so blendable. I know that Wet n Wild is coming out with all new, brand new reformulated palettes and new ones as well. So keep your eye out at the drugstore for those. I'm sure they're going to be amazing. I would recommend any of the Wet n Wild eyeshadow palettes. They're so good. Alright, so moving on to eyeliner pencils. I think an eyeliner pencil is a great place to sort of start at, and then we'll sort of work our way up from there, because I do have a few other options as well. So these ones here are from Jordana. These are the 12-hour Made to Last liquid eyeliner pencil. I don't know why they're called liquid, because it's an eyeliner pencil, but these are really great. Great creamy formula, long lasting. Unfortunately, I can't wear these in my waterline anymore because it tends to irritate my eyes for some reason. I'm really sensitive. I have really sensitive skin, but they're still really great pencils. I still recommend them. They're really great. And then my new favorite, these do not bother my eyes, and these are awesome. These are from Essence. There's two different ones though. These ones are retractable. So these are the Essence Gel Eyeliner Pencils, and these are also waterproof. I have 3 colors here. They're creamy. They go on so smooth because it's a gel pencil. And then for the best nude liner, hands down, is this one from Essence as well. This is their Extreme Lasting Eye Pencils. These are also waterproof, and this is in Silky Nude. Now this one you do have to sharpen. I feel like everyone needs a good nude liner for the waterline, and instead of using a really stark white, this is going to look really soft. It's going to make your eyes look more awake and brighten. So long lasting, doesn't irritate my eyes. Really love the Essence pencils. So I know eyeliner is a little bit tricky, especially when you're a beginner. So for a sort of easy liquid eyeliner pen, I would definitely recommend the one from Jessie's Girl Cosmetics. I don't have it with me, but I'll put a picture right here It's really great. You can find Jessie Girl Cosmetics at, I believe it's Walgreens, if I'm not mistaken. But I love that one. It's a great dupe for the Kat Von D liner and Trooper. It has a really nice brush tip instead of like a sponge, and I feel like it's easy to control. You can do an easy line across the lashes and do a little wing. It's really easy to use. I feel like it's beginner friendly, so I would definitely recommend that if you're wanting sort of an eyeliner pen. For a liquid liner, if you want to attempt it, I definitely recommend the one from NYX. It's the matte liquid liner. It's so black, it's so pigmented, smooth. I love the brush applicator. It's just my absolute favorite. I am wearing it today. You guys know it's one of my favorites to use, and I'm definitely a liquid eyeliner person. I just don't like fooling with gels or creams. So if you do like more of a gel or cream eyeliner, or you want to go in that sort of direction, and you have to use a brush and dip into a little pot of product, I would definitely pick the e.l.f. cream eyeliner. This one is in, of course, black. This is only $3, you guys. I have used this so much. As you can tell here, I went pretty ham on this one. It's so pigmented, it's creamy, it's pretty easy to use. It dries completely matte and black. It's very, very pigmented. So I really love this one. I think it's really affordable, and it's a great one to practice with as well. So mascara is another one of those products that is very iffy from person to person. Everyone has their own preference. Some people like a more volumizing mascara. Some people like a more lengthening mascara. Some people like a more wet version, or maybe a more dry version. I feel like this is a good balance between all of those. This is the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. Now Essence has a great range of mascaras to choose from, so if you're looking for something that's more lengthening or volumizing, they have it. Like, if you need it, they have it. I really like the wand on here. It is a bristle brush. It's just a good basic mascara, but it actually does something to my lashes. I have short stubby lashes, girlfriend, and let me tell you what, this stuff actually works. So I know mascara is, you know, it's one of those weird things, but I definitely recommend trying this, and if it doesn't work for you, it's not going to break your bank because it's only like $2 or $3. Alright, moving on to my favorite category. We're going to talk about some bronzers, blushes, and highlighters because I'm all about that life. I love face products. I'm a face product junkie. So my pick for bronzer, it has to be e.l.f. You guys know. I know I've talked so much about this. You're probably sick of it, but this is the e.l.f. bronzer palette in Bronzed Beauty. They also have a deeper one for medium to deep skin tones, so definitely check that one out. But this one is so good. It's $6. You get 4 full-size bronzers in here, so you have a great variety. You've got a couple of mattes, a couple of shimmers. I also love that you can remove these pans and create your own palette. So if you buy like a blush palette and a bronzer palette, you kind of mix and match and create your own palette, which I think is really awesome. So love these palettes from e.l.f. They are amazing. Great quality, great formula, really smooth, blends beautifully onto the skin. I just love these from e.l.f. Alright, now I don't really have a whole lot of contour palettes to recommend, or even individual contour shades from the drugstore. I feel like that's something that's really, really hard for me personally to find because I have such fair skin. Definitely number one for me is NYX Taupe Blush. I'll put a picture right here because I actually need to purchase a new one. And that one is great. It's a nice taupey shade, great if you want more of that cool contour look. And these two I would definitely recommend, even though Wet n Wild changed the color and formula. The Wet n Wild contour palettes are really nice. I do miss the old formula and the old colors. These are the original ones. Now they don't look like this anymore, but if you do see these at the drugstore and you think, that might work for me, definitely give them a try because they are really nice, and I know a lot of people actually really do enjoy the new colors that they have out. e.l.f. also has a contour palette. I do have that one, but I'm not a big fan, but I know a lot of other people like it, so that is another option if you want like a contouring palette. So you could definitely check that one out. Alright, let's talk about blush because I love blushes. I get so excited talking about blushes. Number one pick that I think everyone can wear and you don't have to worry about going overboard And it's a really easy formula to get familiarized with if you're a beginner in makeup. Jordana powder blushes are so good. I love these and no one ever talks about them. You guys know these are definitely some of my favorites. So I have at least 10 of these and they are so nice. They come in individual little pots here. The one I'm wearing today is called Sandalwood. It's a really nice soft peachy toned color. It comes with a little screw off cap here. So here's what the inside looks like. These are really great. The formula is really smooth. It's a powder blush, so you might have a little bit of like kickback. And this one in Rose Silk is another one of my favorites as well. They're just so great. And again, they have really deep dark shades for medium to deep skin tones. They have really light shades like these ones if you're more of a light to very fair. I just love these. They're so, so nice. Great beginner friendly blushes. Now, if you want to take it a step further, I definitely recommend the e.l.f. blush powder palettes. These are so good. Now, these are really pigmented, so you do have to be careful, but for $6 you get 4 blushes. And again, just like the bronzer palette, you can actually remove these pans out and mix and match and do whatever you want. When you put these on, I feel like they last all day on the skin. They don't move around, they don't fade throughout the day. These are just so, so amazing. I also really love the dark palette. This would be great for medium to deep skin tones. I mean, look at these. These colors are so pretty. They're so intense, but they're so gorgeous on the face. And I just love these. I can't rave enough. So moving on to highlighters. I love highlighters, and I'm so excited to see the Drugstore having more and more varieties, more options. So if you are a beginner, I would definitely recommend the e.l.f. I'm sorry, I know there's a lot of e.l.f. in here, but I feel like their quality is so good. Same thing as the other palettes. It does have a nice mirror, and again, you have those 4 pans of product. And here's what the palette looks like. Now, these colors are really easy to wear. They're soft on the skin, and they give your skin a little bit of glow. This is not going to be super intense, so you can like pile this on, girl, and it's not going to look crazy. So it's really something nice and basic to start out with. These are very powdery though, so you have to be careful. You just tap off your brush before you apply it, but I definitely recommend this for beginners. And then if you really want to pack a punch, hands down, the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighters are the best. The formula is so creamy and smooth. They're pigmented. I'm wearing one of them today. I'm actually wearing Blossom Glow. This is one of my favorites. It's a really nice soft pink. That's what I'm wearing on my cheekbones today. It's just so pretty and glowy. These don't have like chunks of glitter, so it's gonna look really nice on the skin. But these are so good. I mean, you can tell how much I love them. I have all of them and they are amazing. Alright, so to finish off the face category, I had to mention a couple of setting sprays. So once you're done with all of your face makeup, you definitely want to set it. And if you're looking for a drugstore option, these two I find really available in all stores. I see them everywhere. This one here is from e.l.f. and it's the Makeup Mist and Set. This one is great because it has vitamin C, it has aloe, it's really refreshing, and it's just a really easy starter makeup spray. This was the very first one I ever tried, and it's still one of my favorites. I think this is a really great dupe for the MAC Fix Plus. So if you're looking for a cruelty-free option, this is similar to that. So it's not going to prolong your makeup, but it's a nice refresher just to sort of melt all of the products onto your skin, so everything just sort of blends together and looks really nice. It's also going to hydrate your skin, so this is just a really nice refreshing spray. So if you want something a little bit stronger, something that's really going to hold and lock everything in, and you want something that's actually going to work, I definitely recommend the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Setting Spray. And I do notice a difference when I use this. So this is a really great drugstore option. There's so many other favorites that I do have, but I think this one is a great place to sort of start off with. So I really love this stuff. It's really good. It's good, I promise. So moving on to lips. Now you guys know I love lip products. I can't live without them. I love lip liners. I really got into lip liners this year, and definitely my #1 pick is Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild gel lip liners. These are somewhat new. They came out in 2017 and they recently added 6 more shades to their line. So there's 12 shades in total to choose from. I don't know how soon you'll start to see the newer shades show up. I love that they're retractable. So they're really easy to just glide over the lips. You can easily fill them in and just wear this alone as like a lip color. And they come in really great colors. I can't tell you how much I love these, and I will definitely be getting the new shades once they start popping up at stores. All right, so for my lipstick pick, definitely has to go to e.l.f. I love the e.l.f. matte lip colors. This was definitely one of the first lip products that was cruelty free, that really just started my obsession with lipsticks. And this is definitely a really easy to use, beginner friendly, and even if you are not a beginner with makeup, I think these are so great, and they have extended the range so much over the past couple of years. It's a twist up jumbo pencil, so you just twist it up and you can apply it. I love these type of lip products because you can easily line your lips and then fill it in. It's really user friendly. I'm wearing Tea Rose today, which is one of my all-time favorite shades to wear. Another really cool feature on these lipsticks is that there's a sharpener at the bottom. This little color coder pops off and you can easily sharpen the tip of the lipstick to make it nice and pointy. So I really love these lipsticks. Comes with a sharpener. How cool is that? Some people don't even know that. But yes, there's a sharpener at the bottom. I had to mention these. They're so good. They're my top favorite. So that is pretty much all of the makeup products that I would recommend from the drugstore that are cruelty free and affordable and definitely beginner friendly. And I wanted to quickly mention some tools because you never know. You know, if you're out, you want to go to the drugstore, you want to find some good makeup brushes or a good makeup sponge, I would definitely recommend the e.l.f. Studio brushes. They have really great options, eye brushes, face brushes to choose from. And if you're looking for more of a brush kit, Real Techniques and Eco Tools, those are the 2 brands I would definitely recommend. And for a beauty sponge, or like if you want to use a sponge to apply your foundation with, I would definitely recommend the Real Techniques complexion sponge. Only the individual one. Do not buy the pack that has 2 because the texture is different. I don't know, it's kind of off. But the individual sponge is amazing. It's about $6 or $8. Okay, you guys, so that was a lot of stuff to talk about, but I hope you guys found this video helpful, and hopefully it's a great sort of starting point if you're just getting into makeup, or maybe you're wanting to switch over to cruelty free. There's so many options now at the drugstore, which I think is fantastic. So thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed today's video, definitely give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, join the family here on YouTube. And I post new videos on every Tuesday, Friday, and sometimes on Sundays. I will catch you all in the next video. Remember, smarter beauty is better beauty. Bye, guys.